Hi, Joe Freeman, Mike Richman from the Oregonian and OregonLive.com. This is a Trail Blazers postgame video report, which means I guess we have to talk about defense, because that's all we're ever allowed to talk about defense now. There was a little bit of it tonight. The Blazers beat the Indiana Pacers 131-109 to improve to 10-10 on the season, and there was a whole lot of beautiful offense from the Blazers and a touch of good defense too. After 2 days of spirited, demanding, and defensive-minded practices, the Blazers carried over into tonight's game, and that was the question that a lot of Blazers fans had over the previous 48 hours, is would all that behind-the-scenes work carry over to in-the-scenes work? And it did, in spurts. Really got off to a nice start tonight, on both sides of the court, and there were some positives to take away defensively, although it was a bit uneven. They allowed 42 points in the paint, which isn't bad for them. Gave up only 9 fast break points, which is really good for them. Had a season-high 13 steals, a lot more active on the ball and off the ball tonight than we've seen in quite some time. And there was just a different energy, a lot more activity out of this team, and you could tell that they were very focused on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Damian Lillard said the seeds of this defensive effort started yesterday in a 2-on-2 pick-and-roll drill in which it was scored by stops. You had to get 10 stops to win. Damian said he lost, wouldn't tell us who won, but he said sort of that aggressive drill, that energy that was in that drill where players were really taking pride in stopping their teammates from scoring, elevated that practice and kind of carried over the game. You know, the fourth quarter wasn't great, the second quarter wasn't great, but the Blazers played really pretty solid defense in the first. They played excellent for the first 6-7 minutes of the third quarter, and they scored 130 points. I mean, this team can really score. They don't have to be lights out on defense. They need to be a little bit better. Tonight they were a little bit better, and they cruised to a win.
Yeah, they led by as many as 28 points, held a double-digit lead for, I think, throughout the second half. Even when things got a little hairy, they had a 16-3 run go against them and still had a sizable lead at that point. That's how big of an advantage they had. But what I kind of take away from this game is this is the Blazers team we sort of expected to see all along. There was, I believe, 6 players scored in double digits, scoring up and down the roster. The bench, Evan Turner had a really good game. Alan Crabb reached double digits in scoring. Mason Plumlee did a lot of everything. There was 3 alley-oops in the first half, a lot of threes. It was just a Blazers brand of basketball. 131 points is what this team is definitely capable of doing, which means you can give up 105 points and call that good defense. So, you know, with a little defensive improvement there, the status quo offense, this team can still be a good team, and it's baby steps at this point, and I think this was the first step towards this team kind of re-establishing, and I wouldn't say a defensive presence, but like an okay defensive presence. That's really all they need.
Mo Harkless said the big takeaway is that we didn't give up 140.
Well put. Will it continue? We'll find out again on Saturday night against the Miami Heat, and we will talk to you again after that game.